The outline, I start with the outline of the presentation. What is insomnia? Signs of insomnia, causes of insomnia, effects of insomnia, diagnosis of insomnia, and treatment of insomnia. Definition of the concept insomnia. It is experience difficult in sleeping. It is a sleeping disorder. 30 to 65% of adults experience insomnia. This is according to Mariana Benjamin, 2018. From these statistics, it shows that many adults, they suffer from insomnia more than children. Now, we want to move on to types of insomnia. There are many, there are actually 5 different types of insomnia. There is acute insomnia, a brief episode of difficult sleeping caused by life events such as loss of job, often resolved without treatment. In this era where we are living, the time of COVID-19, are people experiencing acute insomnia? The answer is true, because people are losing their jobs. People, they are losing their investments. This causes acute insomnia. And acute insomnia can disappear without any treatment or any professional intervention. We move on to chronic insomnia. Trouble falling asleep at least 3 nights per week for a month or longer. During this time of COVID-19, are there any people who have experienced chronic insomnia? And the answer is yes, because COVID-19 have started since December 2019, and it is more than 3 months. And many people, they are experiencing chronic insomnia, maybe because they are working during the night and then they don't have enough time to sleep, especially those people who are offering critical services like our medical personnel, our security personnel. They don't have enough time to sleep. Then there is onset insomnia, difficult to sleep at the beginning of the night, for example, with small babies. We see when it is time for sleeping, children, they cannot go to sleep that same time. They will have time to cry, they will have time to play, they will have time to ask for food. This is called onset insomnia. Then there is maintenance insomnia, the inability to stay asleep, resulting in difficulty to return to sleep. For example, someone will wake up looking for water to drink. From there, they are not being able to sleep, or else they are nursing mothers. That moment, the baby will wake up crying, they will take care of the baby, and they will not be able to sleep, to go back to sleep. Most of the mothers, they can attest that they've experienced this once in a lifetime. Then there's comorbid insomnia. It occurs with other conditions, for example, medical conditions such as back pain, cancer, etc., which may make it hard to sleep because of the disease. And most of the people who experience comorbid insomnia, they end up taking medication or seeking professional help. We move on to signs and symptoms of insomnia. Signs and symptoms of insomnia: hallucinating while asleep, frequent nightmares. That's when you see someone who will be talking alone during the night, or will be wake up and start to walk when it is time for sleeping. Waking up often during the night, maybe because they are looking for water, maybe they are nursing mothers, maybe they are thinking about work tomorrow, what I'm going to do tomorrow. Maybe because of this COVID-19, maybe I will contract the disease. What will be my tomorrow? Having trouble going back to sleep after waking up in the middle of the night, waking up so early for no reason, but because the person is failing to sleep. We move on to causes of insomnia. Fear of contracting the disease, like what I've explained before, especially those people who are offering critical services like our security personnel and our medical professionals. Those people, they are in fear of contracting the disease, and this can lead to anxiety. Too much disturbing information, especially before sleeping, for example, on the news, during the past few weeks and during the past few months, you could wake up one day or you are watching news, then you see a trucks of soldiers, like they are going to war, but they are carrying dead bodies or they are carrying coffins. This is disturbing news, and most of the time, if you watch those type of news before you are going to bed, it will disturb your sleep. You will not be able to sleep. Ambiguous loss. For example, you lost your job, you lost your close relative. These cause insomnia because you'll be busy thinking of what have been happened. Then pre-existing illness, like what I've explained before on comorbid insomnia. You will not be able to sleep because maybe you're having cancer or you're having a back pain. Even if we have contracted COVID-19, for our relatives and our friends, we have already tested positive. Those people, they have problems to sleep because they have an illness already. Then modeling or the effects of insomnia. The effects of insomnia, there is productivity is being affected, mental health is being affected, physical health is being affected. Then let's see how productivity or human performance have been affected. There is daytime tiredness or sleepiness. One will not be able to sleep during the day, during the night, and will sleep during the day, maybe at work. Someone will find him or herself sleeping or being tired, not being able to offer the services. Low energy or motivation. The person will be demotivated, not being able to work. The motivation is low because of insomnia. Difficult in paying attention, focusing on the task or remembering. Increased errors or accidents. Not interested in work or slow in reaction. In the past few weeks or months, I think in our social media, we have met some of the following pictures. There's a nurse who is just sitting. There are police officers who are beating people. Let's see how it have affected, how the mental health have been affected. Irritability or mood and moodiness. We can see it, especially in our security personnel. They are being irritated. They are beating people. What is causing that? It is because of insomnia. They don't have enough time to sleep. They don't have enough time to rest. So what does it result in? It causes irritability. It causes being moody. It causes even being harsh. It causes being aggressive. Then we move on to risk of depression. The risk of depression, it is being seen in our medical personnel each and every day. In the past few weeks, we have even seen videos of medical personnel who are suffering from depression. And from this depression, it doesn't end on depression only. It went on to suicide. You know, in the past few weeks, in our media, we even see medical personnel, or we can even hear news of medical personnel who have committed suicide because of insomnia, because of not having enough time to sleep. Then there is risk of anxiety disorder. We move on. The effects of insomnia on physical health. There is headache, physical tiredness, eye sore, heaviness, risk of heart attack over the time, risk of stroke over the time. I think especially on headache, for me, in the past few weeks, I have experienced headaches. I think we can write in our chat box what we have experienced during the past few weeks due to COVID-19. We can write in the chat box the answers. Hello?
Yes, it's Sai.
Yes, I am asking the participants to write the effects of insomnia since COVID-19 have started.
Okay, we have had, and I've seen a response from Esther. Esther, she's saying, I personally have experienced a headache and found my blood pressure elevated. And then Brenda is saying compulsive snacking to fill in void and anxiety. Agnes is saying irritability.
Yes, Helen, thank you so much. We can move on to the diagnosis of all these problems. Diagnosis, ask the following question. Do you experience difficulty in sleeping at night? For how long do you normally sleep in the night? What time do you usually get to bed? Do you sometimes wake up at night, and how often? During the day and before sleep, do you sometimes worry about the sleep? We move on to treatment and support. How can we support someone with insomnia? How can I support myself when I have insomnia? Try not, we start with practical and immediate. Try not to take caffeine or a beer before going to bed. Minimize negative news, especially before going to bed. Take a bath, eat at least 2 hours, avoid sleeping during the day, and also exercising is important. Then cognitive behavioral therapy. Focus on eliminating negative habits before bed and environmental disturbance. Manage fear with good rest and quality sleep. Maintain a daily schedule of rest and sleep. Then physical and mental relaxation exercises. Develop a routine of exercise morning and evening. For me, I think on this one, I can say I'm doing it very well because I exercise every morning and during the night. Since I exercise that, I'm experiencing insomnia. Yoga, headspace, write a favorite book, novel, read a favorite book or a novel before going to bed. It also helps to overcome insomnia. Then I go to my cognitive behavioral therapy. I have what I call an ABC model. On the ABC model, poor sleep or insomnia, I have never have a night sleep. Depressed, which leads to depressed. Then feeling sleepy or tired. I never do anything because of insomnia. It is ruining my life. And it leads to hopeless and frustrated and depressed. Where can we intervene? We intervene on the beliefs. When the person thinks, I never do anything because of insomnia, it is ruining my life. Maybe that time when you are failing to sleep, for the religious people, it's time to pray. Maybe It's the time for meditation. Maybe you can find something good to do and also work on your sleeping patterns and how you sleep, the news which you get before you sleep, or avoid any arguments before you sleep. It will help you to have a good sleep. And my final thoughts are, sleeping is important to mental health of an individual, and it is important for us to take our sleeping patterns very important. I have tools which I have downloaded, and I think they will be shared on our WhatsApp group, which can help us to sleep, like the diary, making a diary for your sleep, how you can manage your sleep. Thank you so much for your time. And now it is time for questions, if there are any questions which people can ask. Thank you so much. That's the end of my presentation. Over to you, Helen.
Oh, thank you very much, Idzai. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Helen.
Okay, thank you for that presentation. It was very, very good, very well done, very short. I'm surprised, but I have captured a lot, and I was seeing people were responding to the questions you were asking, and I think I can start from there by reading some responses. Then we can just be able to give our input and feedback. Esther has said, I have slept sometimes during the day. Exercise has been very helpful to me. And then Chinyere Okore says, I have experienced headaches and wake up in the night sometimes. Esther says, I have been going late to bed and I wake up very late. Lillian says she's feeling tired every now and then. Esther, I had also, I have seen myself irritable to some degree and have been snacking on unhealthy food. Chikondi Walapa is saying, I experienced headache, anxiety, and intense fear. Juma, personally, I have found difficult. And then, yeah, Lilian is saying, even now I'm experienced a headache that has gone on for the past 4 days. Nothing can take it away. Ken is saying physical tiredness. I think I am in the same category with Ken. I'm feeling very tired. Yes, very exhausted. Agnes is saying irritability. Brenda is saying compulsive snacking to fill in void and anxiety. Esther is saying, I personally have experienced a headache and found my blood pressure elevated. So clearly there's a lot happening with our sleeping patterns, and the challenge of insomnia is there. It's time from what you had. Maybe you can comment or give us some input or some feedback.
Yes, from what I have, what can we do so that we can have a good sleep? Anyone to add on before I come in? What can we do so that we can have a good sleep, especially during this time of COVID-19?
Maybe I can contribute. This is Ken.
Yes.
Personally, I've now had to reschedule my day and make sure that I'm very tired during the day. Of course, I have also to play a role of a daddy. So playing with the kids before sleep ensures that the body is ready to rest. And so I have purposed that between 11 and 5, I'm doing some manual work in the garden. Luckily, I also stay near our church under construction. So I'm going to church once in a while to join the guys who are working there and do some manual work that is making me too tired. And when I go home and I play with the kids, within no time I am tired and I'm sleeping well.
Yes, thank you so much, Ken. Anyone else with another contribution? Yes, I think I can come in. Like what Ken has said, You know, your time management and scheduling is very important for someone to sleep. It's very important since these days we are home and most of our time we are just home. Someone can end up sleeping during the day, and during the night it will disturb your time to sleep. Find something to do. Like even that's why when people are saying during this COVID-19, people will come up with many skills which they didn't know that they have. Try to do new skills, try to do other things. By the time when you reach to sleep, you'll be tired. And also, have time. If you go to bed like 9 o'clock, go and sleep 9 o'clock. And if you wake up like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., wake up 7 a.m., 6 a.m., and find something to do. Over to you, Helen.
Wow, thank you for that, Idzai. I think I will take that into consideration. I've seen somebody has commented and they've said, Chinyere has said, personally, I feel maintaining positive attitude and focus more on our energy, doing something we love the most, which is in line with what Idzai has said, building on our skills and those things we love to do. Esther says, sometimes at night, I have a glass of milk or some yogurt, and that helps me to sleep. Thank you very much, Esther, for that. Yes. My sleeping patterns fluctuate. The way I was, at first I was very, very sleepless. I was very sleepy because I thought finally I can sleep. Then I became very, very sleepless. Then now it's fluctuating. So asking Idzai and maybe to everybody else, is that the behavior change pattern process? Is it normal? Yes.
Yes, it's normal. It is because of what we are experiencing right now can cause someone to experience those problems. But if we work on them, they will disappear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, Idzai. And the other one is for children. The children were used to being extremely playful, and I think everybody was used to being extremely energetic, and so we're used to bedtime. It's nice time. We don't struggle going to bed. Now for children, that is a bit tricky because now the lockdown and
Yes, Helen, I can't hear you properly. Sorry for that.
sorry, Idzai, I think my internet is fluctuating. That's why I can't be able to be heard clearly.
Yeah,
but I was
now,
asking about children.
Yes.
And they are having difficulty going to sleep. How do we come in?
Yes, on that one, I think it's important to have a schedule like for your children. Like if we say 11 o'clock, and if we train them by 11 o'clock or by 10 o'clock, they'll go back to bed and they wake up like around 2 or 1, then they'll sleep later during the night. It is important because the moment we condition them to a certain time of sleeping and wake up, they will end up following it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Idzai, for that. I can read some final comments as we wind up the session. Esther has said, okay, let me start with a comment from Lillian. She says, trying my best to manage. Now I find it easier to go to sleep while listening to mindfulness music. So I'm picking music can also be very helpful in helping us acclimate to the sleeping time. Esther is saying, I pray my rosary and that helps me to sleep. So having a routine that helps you towards sleeping. Ken is saying, good presentation, Idzai, keep it up. Anne Guni is saying, staying productive works for me. Engaging in activities that add value to me elevates my moods and therefore helps me rest gradually. Having a daily diary schedule gives me no time to worry about the pandemic. Chikondi says, I made a decision to exit from the COVID Facebook page I followed because there were mixed views. It was hard to verify the news if true. It kind of helped with the anxiety. So Chikondi is saying we keep off from the negative news that might really fill us with negativity. Anne is saying, I stopped listening to cable news. So I think just seeing how we can manage what we are taking in terms of the news. So I think with that, we come to the end of the session. Thank you very much, Idzai, for the wonderful presentation. Thank you much, everybody, for tuning in. It was a short session, but a good one and very interactive. We have our next session in the evening from 6 to 8 p.m. That one will be about marriage and sex during COVID-19. I know in the evening, we normally have more people tuning in, hence the group gets filled up very quickly. So I'll advise you to tune in, to get in as early as possible. Thank you very much and have a good day.